Hello, my dear. Today I would like to discuss a few ideas with you. I am a metaphysical teacher, counselor, and healer, and today I have designed this message for people who are finally ready to focus on themselves. People who have spent too much time giving, explaining, fixing, pleasing, and bending. People who were taught that their value only exists when they are serving others. I want to tell you something that may feel new. You are worthy of your own attention. In fact, your life begins to change the moment you decide that you matter. When you focus on yourself, everything in your outer world begins to shift into alignment. Your energy changes, your confidence rises, your inner peace returns. Because choosing yourself is not selfish. Choosing yourself is self-love in action, and every act of self-love is a permission slip for the universe to support you. So take a breath with me. Place a gentle hand on your heart and affirm softly, I choose myself with love today. Let the words sink in. Let them root inside you. This is your new beginning. When we talk about focusing on ourselves, some people misunderstand. They think it means shutting people out, becoming cold, ignoring the world. But that is not what we mean at all. Focusing on yourself means remembering that you are the source through which all love flows. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot keep giving when you are drained. And you certainly cannot blossom if your roots are neglected. Self-love is not selfish. It is sacred responsibility. Many of us were raised to believe that good people put themselves last. We were praised for sacrifice, rewarded for overgiving, applauded for exhaustion. But look at the results: tired bodies, anxious minds, broken hearts, and resentment hidden behind polite smiles. Today we break that pattern. Today you are learning to choose yourself first. Not because others don't matter, but because you matter too. And when you treat yourself as valuable, the world learns how to treat you the same. Repeat with me, I am worthy of my own time, love, and attention. Yes, you are. And every moment you remember that truth, you become more powerful. There is a quiet power that most people forget they possess. The power of silence. Silence is a homecoming. Silence is a boundary. Silence is strength without force. When you choose silence instead of reacting, defending, or explaining, you are choosing peace over chaos. You do not have to respond to everything. You do not have to fight every battle. You do not have to correct every misunderstanding. Your worth does not depend on being understood. Only insecure people feel the need to prove themselves constantly. Self-trusting souls know they can rest, even in silence. The next time someone tries to provoke you, ask yourself gently, is this worth disturbing my peace? If the answer is no, choose silence. If someone demands explanations, choose silence. If someone misunderstands you but you know your truth, choose silence. Because silence is not weakness. Silence is self-respect. And anyone who genuinely cares for you will feel your heart even when your lips are quiet. Your peace does not need permission. Your peace does not need approval. Your peace is your sacred ground, and you have every right to protect it. Take a breath with me now and affirm this with loving conviction. Peace is my priority. Peace is my power. When you choose silence, something magical happens. Your intuition gets louder. You begin to hear yourself again. The world loses its noise and you rediscover your own guidance. You remember what you want, what you need, what you dream of. So many of you have been so busy listening to others that you forgot how to listen to your soul. But your inner voice is wise. Your inner voice knows where peace lives. Your inner voice will never lead you into chaos. It will say, rest. It will say, step away. It will say, you don't have to prove anything. And each time you honor that voice, you become more aligned with your true life path. You were never meant to live a life that drains you. You were meant to live a life that nourishes you, deeply, gently, faithfully. Choosing yourself also means choosing what you allow into your life. There will be people who misunderstand your silence. There will be people who accuse you of changing. And I want you to know that is okay. Growth often looks like distancing. Healing often looks like silence. Boundaries often look like no. And yes, choosing yourself will disappoint those who benefit when you don't. But your peace is not up for negotiation. Your peace is sacred. Protect it like a treasure. Walk away from anyone who steals your joy. Step back from anything that disrupts your inner calm. You do not need to stay where your heart feels unsafe. You do not need to explain why you are leaving. You only need to honor what your soul already knows. Let's take another breath together. Feel the stillness beneath the breath. Feel the strength inside the stillness, and repeat after me. I do not chase. I do not argue. I do not explain. I choose peace. Yes, my love, that is what alignment feels like. You see, when you remain silent in moments of conflict, the energy of the situation becomes visible. You begin to see who respects the quiet and who demands chaos. You begin to see who loves your heart and who only wants your attention. You begin to see where love lives and where ego rules. Silence reveals truth, and truth sets you free. Imagine for a moment that you are a beautiful garden. Your thoughts are the soil. Your peace is the sunlight. Your boundaries are the fence that protects your blossoms. Without boundaries, anyone can walk through, stepping on your flowers, taking what they want, leaving you empty. But when you choose silence, when you honor your own presence, when you protect your garden, you become a sanctuary for yourself. And your life grows beautifully because you finally allow it to. So here is a practice you can take with you starting today. Before responding to anything, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Ask softly, does this response nurture me or drain me? If it drains you, give yourself the gift of silence. If it causes worry, choose peace instead. If it steals joy, walk away. Because every time you protect your peace, you rewrite your destiny. Every time you choose yourself, you step closer to the life that is meant for you. I want you to hear this clearly. You do not need to abandon others to choose yourself. You do not need to shut the world out. You simply need to make space inside for your own soul to rest. People with healthy hearts will celebrate you for this. They will honor your boundaries. They will love you through the quiet. The ones who don't were never aligned with your spirit to begin with. And releasing misaligned energy is not loss. It is liberation. Repeat with me. I honor myself by protecting my peace. I choose myself with love today. My silence is my strength. Peace is my priority. Peace is my power. You are returning to yourself. You are remembering your worth. You are stepping fully into your power, not with noise, not with explanation, but with quiet, confident presence. And that presence speaks louder than any argument ever could. People come to me, Louise, how do I stay true to myself when the world keeps asking for more of me? And every time I gently smile and say, "My love," the first step is to be selective. Not everyone deserves access to your heart, your time, your energy, or your dreams. One of the greatest acts of self-love you can commit to is choosing carefully who you allow into your inner world. If someone does not clap for you when you win, if someone only appears when they want something from you, if someone treats your heart as an option while you treat them as a priority, that person has not earned the right to your sacred space. You do not have to announce your dreams to those who do not support your growth. Your desires are holy, your goals are precious, and your future is too important to be shared with people who only pollute your peace. When you honor yourself by being selective, life responds by bringing you the right people, the ones who cheer when you rise, who wipe your tears when you fall, who stay consistent even when life gets busy. Some people come into your life to drain you, others arrive to fill you, and you must learn the difference. You can love many, but trust only those who show up with honesty, kindness, and respect. You can be kind to everyone, but you do not have to grant everyone a front row seat to your life. Your inner circle should be tiny, safe, and sacred. And when someone asks to enter that space, ask yourself, do they lift me up or weigh me down? Do I feel energized or exhausted after being with them? If it feels heavy, release with love. Protect your dreams the way a gardener protects a new seed. Not everyone needs to know what is growing beneath your soil. The sun will see it when it blooms, the moon will watch it rise, and the right people will celebrate with you when it blossoms. Affirm with me softly, I share only with those who want to see me win. Yes, that is what love for yourself sounds like. Another powerful way to choose yourself is to own your mornings. I want you to hear me clearly. The way you begin your day shapes your entire life. So many of you wake up and immediately hand your energy away to messages, to social media, to the demands of others. From the first moment of the day, you are reacting instead of creating. But what if instead you began your morning by returning home to yourself? What if the first voice you heard each day was your own inner wisdom saying, I love you, I believe in you, today is a blessing. Your mornings are your sacred time, the spiritual foundation of your day, the moment when you plant intention into the soil of your future. I want you to rise with purpose, not panic. I want you to wake up and choose stillness before noise, peace before pressure, alignment before action. Try this. Before you touch your phone, before you let the world in, give yourself 20 minutes of presence. Sit with your breath. Stretch your body with gratitude. Write down one thing you are proud of from yesterday and one intention for today. Perhaps read a page from a book that nourishes your soul, or go outside to greet the light of the morning sky. You might even place your hand on your heart and say softly, my mornings belong to me, because they do. And when you start your day with yourself, you teach life that you are the priority. You tell your energy where to go instead of letting it be pulled in every direction. You become the author of your mornings, and therefore the creator of your life. The world can wait for you. Your peace comes first. Now, let us talk about the noise, the constant flooding of information that keeps your mind exhausted. There is a reason why it feels so hard to hear your intuition. Your inner voice cannot speak when the outer world is screaming. We live in a time where distraction is the norm. Scrolling, comparing, consuming, absorbing the energy of strangers we will never meet. And what happens? Your mind becomes overcrowded with everyone's opinions, everyone's highlight reels, everyone's drama. You lose the ability to think for yourself. You lose the ability to feel what is truly right for you. So, my dear one, I invite you to declutter your mind. Turn down the volume of the world and turn up the volume of your heart. Limiting distractions is not a punishment. It is a homecoming. It is the quieting of chaos so that clarity can return. When you step away from constant stimulation, you reclaim your attention, and your attention is one of the most valuable currencies you have. Try giving yourself the gift of 1 hour each morning with no phone, no media, no input, only presence. Go sit with your coffee and taste every sip. Look at the sky and notice its beauty. Feel your breath. Listen to the silence. You will be amazed at what you hear when the noise fades. Wisdom, direction, intuition, hope, your own truth. We detox our bodies, cleanse our homes, organize our spaces. Yet so often we forget to detox our minds. But a calm mind is a magnet for peace. A focused mind is a magnet for miracles. And a quiet mind is a magnet for answers you have been searching for. You deserve a life that feels like peace. You deserve mornings that feel like a fresh beginning. You deserve relationships that protect your heart. You deserve to trust your intuition without apology. And you deserve to prioritize yourself in the most gentle, loving way. You do not need to be loud to be powerful. You do not need to speak to be heard. Sometimes the greatest transformation happens in the silence. Choosing yourself may feel unfamiliar at first. You may feel guilty. You may feel strange. You may worry that others will be upset. But remember, people who truly love you will celebrate your healing, not condemn it. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries will try to convince you that you are wrong. But you are not here to make others comfortable at the cost of your own soul. You are here to become the fullest, most peaceful, most aligned version of yourself. So let today be the day you say, I am done abandoning myself. Let today be the day you say, I deserve my own care. Let today be the day you say, silence is my sanctuary. Let today be the day you decide that your peace is too precious to be disturbed. And as we continue this beautiful journey inward, I want you to remember something powerful. You are not here to compete with anyone. You are not here to measure your value by someone else's progress. You are not here to rush because someone else is moving faster. My love, your only competition is the version of you from yesterday. When you shift your focus inward, comparison dissolves. The need to prove, to chase, to impress begins to fade. You start to understand that all you truly need is just a little improvement each day. One kind thought about yourself instead of a cruel one. One moment of rest instead of overworking. One choice that supports your peace instead of draining it. That is enough. That is everything. You do not have to rebuild your entire life overnight. You simply need to move forward by one gentle step. And when you wake up tomorrow, one more gentle step. Each loving action is a path toward a better life. Imagine a 1% rise in your self-worth each day. Think of the woman or man you become in a year. A heart more open, a soul more free, a life more aligned. You don't need speed. You don't need perfection. You only need consistency. So breathe in and affirm with me softly, I am becoming a better version of me. Notice how that feels inside your chest, like a door unlocking, like possibility breathing again. As long as you are growing, you are winning. As long as you are healing, you are succeeding. As long as you are choosing yourself, you are on the right path. You don't have to be the best. You simply have to be better than you were yesterday. And my dear, you are doing beautifully. Now let's talk about a courage that many of us struggle with. The courage to be ourselves without apology. People come to me and say, "Louise, I wish I could express who I really am, but I'm afraid of what others will think." And I always smile gently and tell them, the moment you stop living for approval, you start living for joy. You were not born to fit into someone else's expectations. You were born to explore, to express, to shine. Somewhere along the way, many of us learn to shrink, to become small so others feel comfortable, to silence ourselves so others feel louder, to hide parts of ourselves to avoid being judged. But that shrinking hurts the soul. Every time you deny who you are, a piece of your inner light dims, and life feels heavy because you are carrying a version of yourself that was built for others, not for you. My dear, you do not need permission to be authentic. You do not need agreement to be bold. You do not need validation to shine. Your soul already gave you the permission slip the day you were born. Your uniqueness is the gift you bring to this world. When you show up as you, fully, freely, unapologetically, you invite others to do the same. You become a mirror of what freedom looks like. So the next time you're tempted to hide, whisper to yourself, "I fully allow myself to be who I am," and stand taller, speak slower, breathe deeper. There is nothing more beautiful than a person who is brave enough to return home to their true self. The world needs the real you, not a watered-down version. And now, let's release a heavy habit many of us carry, the need to prove ourselves. Oh, how deeply we crave to be seen as enough. We push, we perform, we work ourselves into exhaustion, hoping someone will finally say, "You matter." But what if the one person you've been waiting for to approve of you is you? When you know who you are, you no longer need to prove it. When you respect yourself, others naturally follow. You teach people how to treat you based on the energy you hold about yourself. If you constantly chase, you communicate, "I am not enough." If you constantly explain yourself, you communicate, "My truth is not valid unless you agree." If you constantly try to earn your place, you communicate, "I don't believe I belong." So today, we choose a different energy. We choose calm confidence, quiet worthiness, silent strength. You don't need to prove your goodness. Your presence already proves it. You don't need to prove your intelligence. Your journey already reveals it. You don't need to prove your value. Your existence already confirms it. People who belong in your life will see your worth without requiring you to perform for it. People who love you will not need convincing, and people who cannot recognize your beauty are simply not meant to walk with you. So here is a gentle practice. Stop chasing. Stop explaining. Stop running after anyone who has already shown they can walk away. If they belong in your life, they will stay. If they are meant for your soul, they will choose you too. You no longer have to beg for a seat at a table where your heart is misunderstood. Build your own table. Bless those who leave. They are making room for those who will honor you. Breathe with me now. Place one hand gently over your heart and say, "I do not prove myself. I love myself." Feel how those words soften your chest, how they dissolve tension from your shoulders, how they restore power to your inner world. That is the truth. That is the new standard. You see, focusing on yourself is not selfish. It is alignment. It is respect. It is returning to the truth that has been waiting inside you all along. You are allowed to exist for your own joy, your own growth, your own peace. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be bold. You are allowed to choose yourself, even if nobody understands, because the only person who lives with the consequences of your choices is you. And so, choosing yourself is simply choosing a life that feels like love. The more you honor your needs, the more fulfilled you will feel. The more you protect your peace, the stronger your energy becomes. The more you stop seeking permission, the freer you become. You are not here to prove. You are here to be. And who you are is already enough. My dear, as we arrive in this final stretch of our journey together today, I want to invite you into one of the most beautiful, nurturing experiences available to us as human beings. The deep, restorative peace of your own company. So many people fear being alone because they confuse it with being unloved. But solitude is not abandonment. Solitude is a sanctuary. When you allow yourself to be fully with you, without distraction, without the noise of the world, you begin to hear the whispers of your soul again. You begin to feel your own energy. You begin to enjoy your presence. Some of the most powerful healing I have ever witnessed did not happen in hospitals or workshops or therapy rooms. It happened in the quiet moments when a person finally sat with themselves and said, "I am here for you." You are not lonely when you are with your own heart. You are not forgotten when you remember yourself. You are not isolated when you return home within. Being alone is a gift because it gives you back to yourself. So many people lose themselves in relationships, in responsibilities, in the roles they play for others. Solitude is where you become whole again. Solitude is where you recharge. Solitude is where you regain clarity about who you are and where you are heading. I want you to take a gentle breath with me now and affirm softly, as if you are speaking to the most cherished part of yourself. I enjoy my own presence. I am my own best friend. That is not arrogance. That is alignment. When you love being with you, everyone else becomes a bonus, not a requirement for your happiness. Isn't that a beautiful shift? Now let's talk about something equally sacred: rest. In a world obsessed with productivity, rest is an act of rebellion. It is also an act of self-respect. Rest is not laziness. Rest is healing. Rest restores your nervous system, balances your emotions, and opens space for creativity to flow again. When your body is tired, your heart cannot dream. When your mind is exhausted, your intuition cannot guide you. Rest is the reset button for your whole being. And yet, so many of us have been conditioned to feel guilty when we pause. We say, "I should be doing more. I should be working harder. I should be accomplishing something." But the only thing you should be doing is honoring what you need. Your worth is not measured by how busy you are. Your value does not rise with your productivity. You are deserving of rest simply because you exist. You do not need to apologize for taking care of yourself. In fact, I invite you to schedule rest the same way you schedule work, not as a reward, but as a requirement. You deserve rest before you are tired. You deserve rest before you are sick. You deserve rest because your well-being matters. Listen to your body. It speaks the truth long before your mind admits it. If your body says pause, then pause. If your heart says slow down, then slow down. The world will not fall apart when you take a break, but your inner world might if you don't. So please choose rest. Choose softness. Choose you. We also must remember that peace and happiness begin not with controlling the world around us, but with directing the power within us. People come to me and say, "Louise, I would be happy if only my circumstances would change." And I tell them lovingly, waiting for the world to change before you choose peace gives all your power away. You cannot control what others do. You cannot control every outcome. But you can always choose how you respond. You can choose your thoughts. You can choose your reactions. You can choose where you place your attention. Happiness is not something that happens to you. It is something you cultivate through the inner choices you make moment by moment. And here is a beautiful truth. What you focus on grows. If you focus on what is missing, you strengthen the energy of lack. If you focus on what is painful, you extend suffering. But if you focus on what strengthens your soul, self-kindness, gratitude, meaning, love, you become a magnet for more of that beauty. You are not powerless, you are powerful. And your power lives in your ability to choose what thoughts you water. Let's breathe in this new intention together. I focus on what strengthens my soul. That is where transformation begins. That is how healing grows roots. I also want to help you remember something very important. The standards you set for your life are reflections of the worth you hold inside yourself. Every time you settle for less than you deserve, a small part of your spirit feels unheard. Every time you allow someone to treat you poorly, the universe receives a message. This is all I believe I am worthy of. But when you raise your standards, lovingly, quietly, confidently, life meets you at the level of your self-respect. Keeping your standards high is not about being demanding. It is about honoring your value. You get to decide what is acceptable and what is not. You get to decide who has access to your heart. You get to decide what you allow into your precious life. If something no longer feels aligned, bless it and let it go. If a relationship drains more than it nourishes, it is not love. If an environment makes you shrink, it is not your home. Do not apologize for requiring kindness, respect, reciprocity, truth, effort, and peace. Peace is a boundary. Respect is a boundary. Love, the real kind, always rises to meet your standard. It never asks you to lower it. So here's a practice for you. Write down 5 things you will no longer compromise on. 5 commitments that protect your joy. When you are clear on your boundaries, the world becomes clear on how to treat you. And now, my dear, let us step into a moment of deep anchoring, a final affirmation that brings all of this home. Place both hands on your heart. Feel that gentle warmth beneath your palms. That is life itself. That is love itself. That is you. You are the caretaker of this precious being. You are the one who chooses how you speak to yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you honor your own heart. Speak these words slowly, as if you are placing a crown gently on your own head. Repeat them 3 times, not with force, but with presence. I choose myself. I honor my peace. I protect my energy. I am in the right place, at the right time, becoming the right person. Everything in my life is falling into place beautifully. Again, I choose myself. I honor my peace. I protect my energy. I am in the right place, at the right time, becoming the right person. Everything in my life is falling into place beautifully. One more time, softer, deeper, truer. I choose myself. I honor my peace. I protect my energy. I am in the right place, at the right time, becoming the right person. Everything in my life is falling into place beautifully. Notice how your entire being shifts when you speak lovingly to yourself. Notice how you breathe differently. Notice how your energy rises. This is the sacred power of choosing yourself. When you choose you, life chooses you back. My darling, you are not behind. You are not failing. You are not lost. You are simply awakening to the truth. You deserve a life that feels good to your soul. And as you walk away from this moment, I want you to carry this knowing with you everywhere. You are worthy of the time you give yourself. You are worthy of the silence that protects your peace. You are worthy of the boundaries that honor your heart. You are worthy of the love you so freely give to everyone else. And the more you choose yourself, the more life will rise up to meet you in your worth. Life loves you, life supports you, life celebrates you, and so do I.